Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Open man right side is St. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Off to St. Brown for the Detroit first down. The Lions at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This out quickly to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out on the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run for it with Hunt. Room here to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. They run again with Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the counter, Hunt. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert, and he's got Rome. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Dolphins 7, Lions 0.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 27, Murray. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A run with Mostert up the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play fake. Murray. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run again with Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Credit Melvin Ingram, able to get into the backfield and make the stop.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Alex Anzalone in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Hey, shout!
Play action. It's gone.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On second down, right back to Hunt. 84 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now Goff on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack on first down, Goff, he's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, kill. Hold on. No.
Here's Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Now Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st down, Goff. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Goff.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 16, Goff, right side to Williams. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
And Murray's going to keep it.
And he slides to avoid the hit. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Murray. And this this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Gone.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Gone.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now gone.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Mostert.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is gone.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
A gain of 16. Brings up 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, Goff. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
That's good.
Goff now looking to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, That's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Back to throw it. Murray. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last throw here for Goff. It's complete to Williams.
For the winning side, Charles, all that was missing